OpenAI has just introduced a new family of models known as O1. Now, what are these new models? These new models are for solving hard problems. They're calling it as a new series of reasoning models for solving hard problems. So these models are designed to spend more time thinking before they can respond. The idea over here is that they can reason through complex tasks and solve harder problems than the previous models in science, coding, and math. So, how are they doing it? Okay. So, they say that how this model works is that basically this model does reasoning through chain of thought prompting. That is the idea over here. And they've also trained this model with reinforcement learning. Okay. So this model thinks before it answers. Basically, it can produce a long internal chain of thought before responding to the user. That is the idea over here. So they've given some examples over here about this chain of thought. So it is similar to how a human may think for a long time before responding to a difficult question. O1 also uses a chain of thought when attempting to solve a problem. Through reinforcement learning, it learns to hone its chain of thought and refines the strategies it uses. It learns to recognize, correct its mistakes. It learns to break down tricky steps into simpler ones. It learns to try a different approach when the current one is not working. So this process dramatically improves the model's ability to reason. This is what they are saying. So they have some examples over here where they are comparing, a GPT-4o and OpenAI, the O1 preview, right, on similar data. So this is in the health science, this thing. So here they are saying that make a diagnosis based on the following report. So in the report, you have some data on phenotypes, you have some data on excluded phenotypes, right? Now, based on this thing, the reported phenotypes, GPT-4o gives a particular diagnosis over here and it gives a rationale, which they are saying is wrong, right? Whereas the O1 preview model, it makes use of chain of thought, right? And you are also saying show chain of thought over here in this thing. So it says based on this provided phenotypic feature, it's a different condition and it gives a rationale. Okay. So it says why it is giving this particular syndrome with the rationale over here. And this is supposed to be the correct conclusion, whereas this is a wrong conclusion. Okay. So this is in the health science field. Right. Similarly, if you were to take science over here, right, so this is a chemistry problem, right? So here the user is asking a solution for what is the pH of a particular solution. They are given something over here. So GPT-4o actually gives the wrong answer over here, right? Whereas here it does chain of thought, so it does something called as dissociation of this particular ammonium fluoride. Step 2 is computing some determining the acid and base constants, right? Step 3 is use the pH formula, and it gives the correct answer over here. Okay, so from whatever little examples they show over here, what they are saying is that this is a better model to be used in for people who are working in the fields of complex problems in science, coding, math, or similar fields. Right. So they are saying, for example, O1 can be used by healthcare researchers to annotate cell sequencing data, by physicists to generate complicated mathematical formulas needed for quantum optics, by developers in all fields to build and execute multi-step workflows. So because this model is reasoning basically using chain of thought, long chain of thought, the response times will also be slower compared to say your GPT-4o. Okay, so that is what they are saying over here is that you can make use of these models, but then these models will be slower in performance currently when compared to GPT-4o. but in the future it is expected to improve. The other thing is that it does not support images or other kinds of data like audio. It will work only for text currently. So for many common cases, GPT-4o will be more capable in the near term, but for complex reasoning tasks, they are claiming this to be a significant advancement and it represents a new level of AI capability. So that is what they are saying over here. That is why they are resetting the counter back to 1 and naming this as OpenAI O1. They also have a mini version of this model where they are saying that it will be it is good at accurately generating and debugging complex code. So this is the more efficient solution for developers. So they are releasing this Open AI O1 Mini, which is a faster, cheaper reasoning model that is particularly effective at coding. So what they are saying is that this model is 80% cheaper than O1 Preview, making it more powerful, cost-effective model for applications that require reasoning but not broad world knowledge. So how to use this particular model? It is available for Chat GPT Plus and Team users. They will be able to access the O1 models in Chat GPT. Both O1 Preview and O1 Mini can be selected manually. They have these weekly rate limits and other things over here. For developers who qualify for API usage tier 5, they can start prototyping both models in the API today with a rate limit of 20 RPM. So this is what they are saying over here. They are also planning to bring O1 Mini access to all GPT free users. We don't know when it is going to come. So here they have more technical details. This is a technical research report, but nothing is talked about the architecture or anything. They are talking about the various evaluations and benchmarks over here, right? How it compares to the performance of human experts. And what they are saying is that many reasoning heavy benchmarks, O1 rivals the performance of human experts. That is what they are claiming over here. So you can go into the details over here. As I said, it makes use of chain of thought. To me, it looks like this model has been trained on a lot of chain of thought prompting data with reinforcement learning. So it looks like a fine tuning on chain of thought prompting with chain of thought prompting data with reinforcement learning. I'm not sure if this is a new model architecture or anything. Doesn't look like that. It is an improvement over, say, the existing architecture, probably with chain of thought prompting, fine tuning on chain of thought prompting data. That is how it looks to me, because that's what I can infer from whatever I've been reading over here. I'm not sure if it is a new architecture or anything. So other details are present over here. You can look at it. So this looks to be a new model which can be useful in certain scenarios, okay, where you have complex reasoning in certain domains. Could be in physics, could be in healthcare. That is what it looks like. I'm not sure if this is a big breakthrough or anything, because to me it looks like it's a model which has been fine-tuned on more chain of thought prompting data. Obviously, the responses time may be slower because it needs to do this internal chain of thought, creation and then do it step by step. So maybe in the near future, GPT-4o will still be the better model. Maybe in the future, when they optimize this model for performance, we might get better performance. Still, we need to see if it is going to be really, useful for certain tasks in your particular use cases, right? So I don't know. I'm not really excited by this development as such. There was a huge, hype around strawberry or something. Maybe this is strawberry, but the model called strawberry. I'm not really hyped about this particular release of OpenAI. Others also may quickly catch up, because to me it looks like it is just fine-tuned on more chain of thought prompting data. Unless I get to test this out with really complex problems, I'm not able to really conclude anything. But yeah, this is an interesting release from OpenAI. I'll be sharing all the details, all the links in the description of the video. You can check out. If this video is useful to you, please like, share, subscribe to the channel. See you in another video.